Get a few minutes in before the day starts. We'll see who we can get in here for a few minutes. Let's see. Go back out. And go to live. Go to live. And there we go. Okay, I see myself. Let's blow this baby up. I won't have to worry about. I'll be right back. All right. Good morning to you. Top of the morning to you, first person. Let's get this mic on here. Alrighty. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And we'll get started. So, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Let's see. Get some news on here. Because we always want to keep up with the news, right? Should be it. All right, let's go. Good morning, brother. Sounds good. Thank you. Let me know if the TV's too loud or I'll turn it down a little bit. Trying to get some noise in the background. Yeah. Woke up this morning, saw breaking news, right? Drones attack Russia or some shit. I'm like, it's never like in the movies, right? It's never like in the movies. But yeah, I thought I'd jump on here for a few minutes and just warm up to my day. It's going to be another beautiful day here. I think like 85, so looking forward to it. How are you doing? Do you get much sleep these days in retirement? Tell me all about it, man. Boring, but I can't imagine myself sleeping in 7:42 a.m. there. Okay, same here. It's 7:42 here, my time. So we're in the same time zone. Yeah, I can't imagine just. I was talking to my wife yesterday about that because she's actually eligible already. She's been eligible, and she's like, "Man, today's one of those days." She goes, "Today's one of those days. I want to retire. I just with all. Hang on. Let me disconnect the Wi-Fi. Hold on. Off my provider. I don't care. It's fine." So yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like today's a day, but. And not that I'm gonna not do anything. I'm looking forward to it's not the end, but I'm looking forward to the next chapter, to the next, like, this show's gone on long enough for me, for where I'm at. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for a break. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure I'll get bored. I'm sure I'll be like, I need to do something part-time, go volunteer now, go work at the school, cross guard or some shit. Oh yeah, who passed away? That is yeah. It's one of those things that you're like, man. You start hearing and seeing all the people on the sideline. I mean, people that like, man, this person passed, that person. Like, what? Which should reflect on how fast time is moving, my friend. How fast our lives are moving. And sometimes we don't realize, like, it's moving faster than what we think. It may not be moving fast for us in the moment, but like when we see everyone else from the sidelines and we're watching this and that, it's like, dang, man, it's like, this person passed already? Like, what happened? And I'm not a young man anymore where I'm it passes through my mind thinking like, dang, I'm getting closer to to that range of people that start passing away, or that start, issues start coming up with their health and all that. And I do what I can. I try to watch, what I eat. I go for walks. I do my steps, my exercise back here. It may not be exercise to other people, but it's walking. And let's see, you're 10 years, you're 10 years younger than me. Yeah, I know, and I'm blessed, and I'm, for the most part, healthy, and I try not to eat. I really don't eat any red meats. I try to stay away from that as much as I can, but you try to get your vegetables in, and you try to get your walking in, and just, I think, just staying busy. But hang in there. I'm here. Don't hang up. I know you said okay, but I knew guys that I worked with, right? And then I ran into them. Yeah, you up early? Yep, I'm trying to be. I'll tell you about that in a second, but let me finish the story with secret stuff. And I ran into them, and they're not in shape. Of course, they're older. It catches up to everybody. Everybody's going bald about this time of the year. Some of us, not all of us. Some people have all their hair, but a lot of people have, like, all the guys that I know in pretty much my age range, they're either bald or they're starting to go bald at this point. And it's just like, dang. First it was the women, right? Because like in the 30s, like in the 30 age range, all the women were like, getting over pregnancy. They still had their bump belly, right? And then the guys were looking good. This one lady told me, she said when they went to the class reunion, I'm thinning, LOL. As you get older, you thin, right? You lose mass, you lose weight. And my old boss was like, man, she goes, like, when we had our high school reunion in our 30s, whenever it is, the 10 year, 15, 20 year, she goes, all the guys were like looking good, because they're in their prime, right? They're the 30s. They're not boys anymore. They're like men, so they're just working out. Their bodies look good, and all the women were like, I hate to say fat and lumpy, and I'm not saying that in a mean way, just they were, fat and lumpy from the pregnancy, and it's natural, right? And then my boss said, then we get to our 40s, and now all the women are looking good because, we've lost the baby bump, the kids are older, we're working out, and all the men are getting fat. Now they're getting the beer belly at 40s, and they're losing their hair. So it's like, it's just the way it is. So, what you call it? Guns coast to coast. Yeah. From time to time, what I do is usually I'll wake up, I'll set my alarm because I work from home. Next week, they're going to want us to go in twice a week. So I was like, oh, that's going to suck. But anyway, usually what I'll do is I'll set my alarm for about 7:30-ish, and just enough time just to kind of wash up, brush my teeth, wake up, come downstairs, make some coffee, log on, but like take my time, right? Where I got that 30-minute window, right? And then there's some days I'm just like, I'm gonna get up at 7 or 6:45. Sometimes if I get a hair up my ass, 6:30, and I'm gonna take my time, go run and get some breakfast tacos, come back, sit on the porch, the patio, drink some coffee, and just sit in silence, and just reminisce about whatever's to come, But I noticed you haven't been on YouTube lately, Guns Coast to Coast. For some reason, you you get a lot of heat, I guess. And it's like, well, they're like, Mr. Know-It-All. I'm gonna type keyboard warrior. They start getting all over you, man. You got that personality, I guess, where you just attract fireflies, I guess, the bad ones. But yeah, I'm here, man. I'm just thought I'd jump my day, get started, jumpstart my day. Polarizing, yeah. It's you just have to reflect on life, and you have to. I tell my younger brother, and there's a good age gap between me and my younger brother, probably 12 years, 13 years, and he's the youngest out of all of us. I took some time off while my employer was sold. Oh, okay, got you, guys. So you've been taking a break. Oh, that's good. I bet that's been refreshing, right? Just to like not have a schedule for a little while, and just like, okay, I got this time period to like figure out what I've done, where I'm at now, where I want to be or where I need to be, and just take a break. Sometimes you need that break, man. You know, I took some time. Okay, didn't need the attention during the financial deal. Got you. You know, you don't want to add that stress on top of dealing with something else personal in life. Yeah, has been clear. It does, man, and I tell people this. You know, whenever I've gone to the dentist to have dental work, and I hate going to the dentist, you know, but I try to. I've done good these years, you know. Still got my teeth. You know, I've had fillings, crowns, just like anybody else. Things happen. But there was a period, man, I didn't go to the dentist for like a good, I don't know, 15 years or so. And I just brushed my teeth, tried not to, you know, of course, time catches up. We're not Wolverine, right? Our bodies don't heal up and we just live, you know, 200, 300 years and shit. So let's see. Yes, it has been clarifying. I'm going to I'm going to creep back into it. Yeah, that's good. You got to have some purpose. I know Mario from YouTube was also saying that he just got burnt out on it. He's like, I'm just burnt out on YouTube. And it does, man. It burns you out. Even the best of us, it burns everybody out to the point where it just becomes overwhelming, right? It starts off as exciting, new, and then it becomes fun, and then you meet people that you think that are your friends, right? And then shit happens and stuff goes down, and then it's like, and then you get caught up in drama, right? It's all the cycles of YouTube, right? And then you kind of re-figure out who your friends are, what's your platform about, and you come back at it, right? And then the time passes, and guess what? You get burned out, and then you see people pass away, like Secret Stuff said, over time, and it's clarifying that, hey, you're in this cycle, right? And you can either break it, you can change it up, or you can leave the platform and just say, you know, this is just not for me. My time here is done. As long as I'm having fun and I have some engagement and I enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing it. You know, I don't do the drama. I stay out of that. It's silly. It's high school stuff. But, you know, you're not going to like everybody and not everyone's going to like you, you know. Let's see. So, you know, I try to balance out everything in life. And I just reflect on where I'm at versus everybody else. And I know people say, well, you shouldn't judge you shouldn't judge other people's life. That's how I gauge my life, by judging other people's lives, to say, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I didn't get involved with that person. I'm glad I'm not doing that and wasted time and now have to go into an employer where I actually have to build up a retirement. Things happen, right? When you're young, you got all the time in the world. I'm gonna creep back into it. So it's one of those where you live and learn, right? I find channels with 50K in subs and they're not made. They have not made a video in 2 years, yet they make 2,000. It makes no sense. It doesn't. It's you know, and that's the thing, is we play by the rules that we know, right, guys? Secret Stuff, Guns Coast to Coast. We grew up in a time area where things had balance, had structure. You put in your time, you earn your stripes. You do these things to get to the front of the line. This world doesn't run like that. And I see that a lot, and I'm just like, man, these kids just want to jump to the front of the line. They don't want to do that. They're not about that. They're not about, you're not wrong. Thank you, brother. That's what you say in your say, right? You're not wrong. You're just outvoted. Yeah, it's just it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't make any sense. It's frustrating, and I just tell people, you have to adapt and change. These are the rules now. Don't lose your sense of who you are, because that's what makes you unique. And in time, as the younger generation, right, the 20 years old, they're like, oh, I know it all. The ones that are very opinionated, we were all young, even Red. Wait till they move out of their mommy and daddy's house and they have to pay rent and utilities and food and car payment, insurance, cell phone, right? Going out expensive, clothing, all the things that they thought, oh, I got it figured out. You don't have it figured out. And they realize, like, fudge, I had it made at the house. What was I thinking? To being so critical about everyone else and thinking, oh, you should do this, you should do that. I've always been vocal because I've always been independent. I've always done shit on my own. I saved money up to buy my first car, put the down payment, paid it off in 2 years by myself. My parents did not help me. My grandparents did not help me. I've been working since I was 15, like many of you. You don't find that story in today's world, kids. They're like, I want to do things in high school. I want to play in sports. I want to do this and that. They have no time to work hard and save money up. Let's see. Hey, Red. Hey, Warsaw. What's going on, brother? Just thought I'd jump on here for a little bit. I'm going to have to go log on my computer, and then I'll come back out and chat with you guys for another 15, 20 minutes. So, let's see what Gunn said. Brother, it took me until last month to be debt free. It was a climb from the bottom. I don't know why they want so much so soon. That is the thing, brother. Is, you know, I tell my kids this. I don't sugarcoat life. My wife is a little bit more timid. My wife's a little bit more cautious on how she, you know, puts it on the kids. I just tell them how it is. You can't be where I'm at. You can't do the things that I'm capable of doing financially because you haven't put in the years, you haven't gone through the struggles, you haven't paid your dues yet. You'll get there, and you may get there faster than me by not, you know, having kids, maybe never getting married and then having to lose half your shit. Life lessons they learn, right? You build back up. It makes you stronger, better, hopefully smarter. But you can't be where I'm at. That's like me wanting to be where somebody is a YouTuber that's like, you know, I don't know, 1 million subs. I want to be that guy. Well, guess what? Red hasn't put in the work, right? The thumbnails, the titles, the secret words. Like, you got to say this word 15 times, you know. You got to push your channel. You got to say like, subscribe, you know, share, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. So guess what? I'm not going to be top of the cream of the crops, you know. And I'm okay with that. But I'm not here bitching about, oh, you know, I'm not the YouTube, you know, I don't have 5,000 subs. It's okay. I'm okay with that, you know? So it's the same thing with life. I have to accept I didn't put in the work. I'm not doing the time. So guess what? I don't get the rewards. I'm okay with that. But the kids nowadays, they're like, I want this, I want that, I want a new car. And I'm like, man, do you know how many clunker junkers? Let me go log in real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry about that. Had the computer was taking a little bit longer to log into. I learned the hard way. Let's see. Let's see if we go back up. Thanks for hanging in there. Let's see. Warsaw, brother. It took me until last year. Okay. Yeah, and the thing is, guns is I actually paid off all my cards, my credit cards, my financial debt. Took care of a lot of debt, financial stuff within the last year, because the plan was to go into retirement debt free on my part. As far as my part goes, so that way the income loss or whatever that I would be taking by retiring, it would be different, because obviously you're not going to make in salary now what you make in retirement, regardless of whatever retirement it is, unless you're just filthy rich. Like if you work for a company, even Social Security, you're getting a government check, you're not going to get a check for what you made in salary wise. It's called retirement, right? You got to figure it out and readjust, and that's why people go back to work. I'm young enough to actually go back to work and get 2 checks, right? So, and then later on retire Social Security. So, which that's a whole different story, because then they always give you less because you're already getting another retirement. Now, instead of getting whatever it is they were going to give you, let's say $800, they're like, okay, well, you're only going to get $600 because you get this other retirement check. It's like, that don't make any sense, but whatever. Gunn said, I'm 51, so I'll be 49 this year, so you're 3 years older, but about 3 years older than me. So I'm right there with you, brother. I learned the hard way growing up. Everything in life isn't free. Yeah, it isn't free, and that's the thing, is you have to tell your kids now, look, not being a dick, I'm not being an asshole, but you can't be where I'm at, and you're gonna have to work hard for the shit that you want. And if you don't want that shit, guess what? You don't have to work that hard. But don't bitch about when everybody else is driving a new truck, car, has vacation money, this and that. You can't do those things if you don't put in the work. Plain and simple. It's just life, And it's not shitting on your kids' dreams. Like, you can have those things. You're gonna have to figure out a way to get money. Hopefully the legal way and not the illegal way. But you're gonna have to put in your time. And I had friends in high school that did the wrong thing, the illegal way of getting things. They had nice shit. It only lasted for years. They either went to jail, someone got robbed, they got killed, they got involved with the wrong people, drugs, whatever, died from that. I don't envy their lives. Maybe at the moment I'm like, man, I wish I could have that, and you can have the hottest chick right next to you because you have the baddest car, blah blah blah. That shit runs its course, and I saw that. I knew that because my grandfather would always tell me that. And I'm glad I stayed on the course I did, because I am where I'm at. Not that my life is perfect, not that I'm a good looking guy or have everything that I want, but my life is good. I'm blessed. I'm okay with that. I have things that other people don't have. So, let's see. I learned the hard way growing up, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You have to work hard for everything. You do. You certainly do. It's not going to come easy. Let's see. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? I'm not ignoring anyone. Hey, Sean. Vanessa, howdy. Hi, Red. I'm working towards 2 more retirements at age 80. It should be 30 years for 10 years. Work with retirement by in. Wow. So you're just staying busy. And that's the thing, is that's what I tell people. This is not the end. It's just another chapter. It's not the end. It is the end of this. And then a new chapter begins, and I start something else. I don't want to be at the same place 40 years and then retire and thinking, man, I should have left. I should have did something else. I'm on disability. I don't get nowhere what I'm at. Yeah, you don't. It's lessons learned, right, in life. So, but anyway, let's see what else we got here. If you stop, you crumble down the way too. Yeah, you have to keep moving. And this is why my grandfather would still do shit around the house. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. You're retired. And he'd climb up a ladder, get on a tree, and start sawing it off and cutting it. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm bored. I don't have nothing to do. I'm like, well, do something on the ground. Don't be climbing the roof and climbing on the trees and shit. You're gonna hurt yourself. So yeah, you have to stay busy. If you don't stay busy, you start breaking down mentally and physically and emotionally, right? So I get it. You know, nobody wants to just not have purpose. Otherwise, it's like, what's the point of living? So, but guys, I got to wrap it up. I hope that you've enjoyed this 27-minute plus video this morning, and I enjoyed. I'm trying to get back into doing some lives. My dad was up on the roof, and myself and brother. Yeah, it's an example to live by, that your parents worked hard even when they were retired, even when they said, okay, I've made it to the top. Guess what? I'm climbing that other mountain over there. Let's go. That's living. Livin, as Matthew McConaughey says. Living, man. Yeah. Ciao. All right. Adios, amigos. I'll talk to you soon. Look out for another video. I'm trying to stick around as long as I can and do what I do my best to be a YouTube star. So just kidding. All right. Adios.